Gabby, I love you.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Oh my god. I'm Gabby if you're new here. If you're not new here and you're not yet subscribed, you subscribe right now because I don't know what you're doing. We're on the road to 1K and we're almost there. Duh. I'm so excited. We're about to do an interview with the one and only, the all-in-one, the prodigy of the pillar, Jayce Myles, an up-and-coming indie wrestler from Opelousas, Louisiana. Enjoy the interview, y'all. He was great. Oh my god, guys, this is Jayce Myles. Jay, say hi. Tell somebody an interesting fact about you. Just say something interesting about yourself.
Hi guys, I'm a professional wrestler. That's about as interesting as it gets.
What has been like the hardest part about training for you?
Hard to think because I just love it so much. Yeah, it hurts. Like there are days where you just maybe feel like you need a rest day, but you also need your repetitions. You need to be there all the time. It's the reason I got as good as I am now because I didn't stop. I went every single day. I still go every single day. And you notice the people that don't come as often, they kind of regress a little bit, and then they come back, they start to get in the groove, and then they stop coming, and it's an endless cycle. So I think the hardest part is just being there, like getting there. But when I'm there, it's smooth sailing.
What has been like the driving force for you to take that leap to start training? Because like I said earlier, it's a dream job. You know, it's only something you can really imagine.
Oh yeah, of course. What really made me take the leap is I've always wanted to do it ever since I was a small child, and I couldn't help but feel like as I got older that there was something in my life that was missing. That was like a piece of me that was missing. I know that sounds stupid. It was something missing. And then when I started training, like my first day of training, I realized this is it. Like this is what I've been missing this whole time. Like it's literally a dream come true, and I can't imagine what my life would look like without it.
Jayce is only 20, y'all. Do y'all know this? Jayce is only 20.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of life left to live, but like I feel like this is like crazy. Made me feel something I never felt before.
That's beautiful. It is. Like I can tell you're passionate about it. Like, that's cool. Who's been your biggest inspiration?
I wouldn't say there's a particular person that inspires me per se, but it's just all of it in general. Like I always like because I still watch it week to week. I watch countless hours of wrestling, and it's just seeing these little things just keep my creative flow going, and that is what keeps inspiring me. Just seeing everybody perform at the best of their ability. Currently, who is my favorite thing going would have to be just he's in my top three favorites of all time. CM Punk. Everything he does is just amazing, and it gets me engaged when he's on screen. It's like my eyes are glued to it. I don't know what it is. It's just he has an energy to him, and it just attracts me.
What's been your favorite storyline so far? Because I don't know what's going on. So tell me about it.
I think everything involving the bloodline is just so good. I love the way all the characters intertwine with each other. Like Drew is still going after Roman. It's been like over a year since they fought, but like they still have that heat, and it's like I just love the way everything connects to each other. I think it's storytelling at its finest.
So I know they just went to Netflix. How was that episode?
The first episode on Netflix was really cool. It was definitely different, but the crowd was there, the energy was there. I think it was perfect. It's exactly what it was supposed to be. Uh, you know, looking forward to Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. That was awesome. I loved that whole thing.
Did Hulk Hogan get booed? Yes or no?
Oh my god, that was definitely music. I knew there's no way this guy's gonna get over with this crowd. Like it was bad. It was really bad.
Did you laugh like that while he was getting booed?
Oh yes. Get him out of here. This is not good.
So let's get into the pillar. How did you get into that group?
So I started training at the LWA, and Braxton Hunter showed up pretty often, right? And Braxton also traveled a good bit. So every now and then he would like shoot up the group chat of the LWA and be like, "Hey, who wants to ride this weekend?" And me being me, of course, every single time I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take the ride." And we would just travel on the road a good bit, like every single weekend. It was us two in a car for hours and hours. And I guess Braxton just saw the potential in me, and he asked everyone in the pillar. He was like, "Hey, what if we brought this kid in?" And they were like, "Heck yeah!" So that's kind of just it. He saw my talent and thought that getting the experience with them would be good, and I can't say that I regret it so far.
Yeah, what has been your favorite thing about being part of a faction?
Being around like my best friends, I think it's awesome. And the past 2 weeks, I've actually been traveling with Alex as well, the other member of the pillar, and that's been fun too. So I just like being around other people that I love.
So how did that the name Prodigy of the Pillar come to you? Is it because you're the youngest? You're the baby of the group?
We actually didn't come up with it. Okay, there was set to be a tag match, an intergender tag match. It was Alex, Braxton, and T Gaines against Brooklyn Barrett, Lucha Lacora, and who was the? I think Corey. It was either Corey or Wes was the third member of the other team. But so everyone's like doing promos for this match, and in uh, so for Brooklyn's promo, she said something about Corey getting attacked with a chair, and she was like, "What if the prodigy of the pillar got attacked?" And we're like, "Is she talking about Jayce?" It was like, "Okay, we just stole it." We're like, "That's I guess that's me now."
Well, that's crazy how just little things like that can just make something.
Of course,
Wow. Okay. So what about the all in one? Is that where's that come from?
the all-in-one. Well, as I continued to train, I realized that I was very versatile in what I could do. I could do any style that I wanted against any person I wanted. So I figured the all in one would be the perfect nickname because I can literally do any style with anyone. So it fits perfectly.
Ooh, cute, cute. I'm learning so much.
I love technical wrestling. It's just I think it's just amazing. Like it's that grappling, the seeing the different holds that everyone can do. Like one person that I think about in particular that's just amazing at it is Zack Sabre Jr. That dude could stretch anybody in so many different ways, and it's like he has a new submission every single match, and he can end the match with any of them, and you never know when it's gonna be. Another great technical wrestler that I think I would credit to how so I'm decent at it, and the person I would credit to me being so decent at it is Hunter Law. I think he's taught me so much, and coming from a jujitsu background, I think that helped me a lot too. But yeah, technical wrestling is definitely up there.
Do you feel like since you have that background that you learn faster, or you're able to grasp things quicker?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it helped me so much, and it gives you that athletic background. It's like you know what things feel like. Uh, you know what it's like to be in a hold. You know what it's like to hold a hold and look for something new. And that's a lot of what say chain wrestling is. Is like you put someone in a hold and you're like, okay, where do we go from here? What can I do next? If they get out of this, what do I do next? And jujitsu, that's all jujitsu is. So I think that helped me a whole lot.
Does jiu-jitsu have like black belts and stuff?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the highest you earned?
So I started really young. So there's like a kids brackets of belts, and then when you get older, you get to the adult belts. So I got up to, I think, yellow or so, which is one of the kids belts, and then as soon as I turned 16, they just moved me all the way up to the first adult belt. So I got up to the blue belt because I started working, and I just thought I didn't have time for it, which I did. I regret not doing both. But yeah, I started working and then I started wrestling training. And with wrestling training, there's absolutely no time for jujitsu. I wish I could go back, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, you're a pro wrestler now, so you didn't really need to go back. It all worked out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So if you could have a match with anybody, who would it be?
Anyone in the world, it would have to be Chris Jericho. The dude, like, he's also in my top three favorites of all time. And I just think Jericho, he's one of those dudes that can still go. A lot of people don't think so, but I don't tolerate Jericho slam. He's too good. He's too good. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's the greatest entertainer of all time. He as well can wrestle any style against anyone. He's been everywhere. I just think Jericho would be the most fun. But right under him would be Daniel Bryan because I just think that'd be a technical masterpiece.
And who is the other person in your top three wrestlers?
Daniel Bryan. So it's Daniel Bryan. I just think he's the best in ring wrestler ever. And then CM Punk, he just has, for lack of a better term, he has aura. He just he just exudes it. And then Jericho for just being the best entertainer.
So you're kind of giving Chris Jericho like old school, like when he had his hair short and you had the blonde streak. Well, his hair was all blonde, but like the hairstyle was giving old school Chris Jericho. How do you feel about that?
I didn't think about that.
He did his hair like that at one point, like back in the 2000s. I remember. Okay, let's see. So tell me about your first match.
It was at Movement 5 uh, in September against Braxton Hunter. And this is before me and Braxton got on the road or anything like that. Like this is the second like the third show I've ever been to. And so it was all still very new to me. Uh and Braxton is also the promoter of Movement. So we didn't even get to talk much that day. Like he's all over the place. And I'm just sitting there like, whoa, I'm having my first match today. That's wild. It was in Chalmette, Louisiana. We were the first match, and it went great. Everyone loved it. Everyone was like, I would have never thought that was your first match. So that's always good to hear.
That's a great compliment.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do the nerves go away once you start wrestling?
Every now and then I'll get like little nerves before, and then I'm like, why am I nervous? Especially like stepping in the ring with someone who like has more experience than you is better than you, and you want to try and be good. Like when I wrestled at Movement 6 against the Gifted, my trainer Hunter Law kind of like he trained with these guys when he first started, so I felt like I had to show them how good I was. So I was kind of nervous for that match, but it was all good. But yeah, I mean, from our first match, it was really bad. Like my teeth were chattering and everything. I was bad. But as soon as I stepped through the curtain, all went away. And yeah, I don't think I get them much anymore because I trust myself now to be able to go through all of that. I think I've gotten just a lot better with the crowd and everything, and being in front of a camera is that's nothing to me anymore. But Yeah, I think I'm a lot more confident now.
Is there anyone in Pro Wrestling 225 that you wish to have like a dream match with?
I need another match with Braxton. 'Cause the last time we had a match, he knocked me out in less than 30 seconds. So a good competitive match with Braxton would definitely be up there. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. I think a match with I think a match with Lucha Lacora would be really good. Um, I'd love to wrestle Corey Constantine. A one-on-one with Hunter Law. I think that would be crazy. Uh, and there's so many people at 225. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but like one thing that I've always thought of is like I want to wrestle everybody. I want to experience everything.
Things you wish you knew before you started wrestling.
I wish I knew how many friends I'd be making because I didn't expect that. Uh, but the sense of community that I've gotten from it is like no other. I just think it would have made it that much more sweet to me if I would have knew like when I was younger, like I'm gonna make all these friends and be part of this amazing group of people. And I just think that's it's really nice being part of that. Uh, I wish I could say I would like to have known the pain aspect, but I mean I pretty much knew that already.
Probably something you're never going to get used to.
It'll be all right.
Are there any misconceptions about wrestling that you could think of right now?
A lot of people who aren't in wrestling think they know wrestling, and that it really gets to me sometimes. Like I'll see comments on Twitter like, "Oh, he did this. Oh, he messed that part up." It's like you don't know that. Like a lot of fans think they know what they're talking about, but they just don't. Uh, and like I could poke holes in a bunch of comments all day long, but I think just the umbrella of it is fans think they know what they're talking about and they just don't sometimes.
Is that like in regards to matches or storylines or
Yeah, uh like some people are like if someone on TV loses, there'll be a fan like, "Oh, they buried him." It's like he lost a match. That's just that's what comes with it. It's not necessarily burying somebody. I think the worst way that somebody can be buried is if they're not on TV. Like if you're being on TV every week, you're being used, you know? And like if someone's being built up strong, the fans expect like, oh, he needs to win all the time now. And then he loses once and it's like, oh, he's screwed. He's screwed. We don't care about him anymore. It's like that's just not how it is. Or like in a match, somebody messes something up. Like they're like, oh, he botched that. It's like I just hate that word. If you're watching a basketball game and he misses the hoop, it's like, oh, did he botch it? Like, you're not gonna hit everything every time. Not everything can look so perfect. You know, it's wrestling. It's a fight. It looks messy sometimes, and a lot of just fans don't get that.
don't say the word botch around Jayce Myles because he will swanton bomb you, whatever it's called. He will do that. You're all in one, so you should be able to do that.
I can't do it. I've done it before.
Do you have any advice for people who are interested in wrestling but are scared to take that leap? Especially like if they're young like you?
I would definitely say do it if it's even a thought in your head to do it. Even if you don't think you have the athletic ability for it, a lot of people don't, and they still think they can do it. But like if you really don't feel like you have that ability for it, at least try it. You know, take a few bumps. If it's not for you, it's not for you. At least you can say you did it. Uh, and you also don't want to get older and think to yourself, what if I did it? That was one of my main things, is like, I can't just keep living without knowing what this is like, or knowing how far I can get. And for people that are just starting, the best advice I could give you, it's what was told to me, is keep your mouth closed and your ears open, because you can't learn anything when your mouth's open. Like, just absorbing all the information that you can is the best thing that you could possibly do.
You did so well. I'm so proud of you, Jayce. This is a great interview. This was great, guys. Do you have anything that you would like to add? That's the reporter in me. We always ask this as the last question.
Keep an eye out for Jayce Myles. You know, I've been traveling a whole lot trying to get my name out there. And I feel like a lot of people, especially now, lately, they're noticing my growth. And that feels good. And I just hope it continues that way.
Well, thank you so much, Jayce.
It was fun. You know, I could talk about wrestling all day long. So, and thank you for all the questions. They were great questions.
Thank you. I try. If y'all have questions that y'all want me to ask future wrestlers that I interview, leave them down below. Like, what do y'all want to know? What are some topics that y'all want to get into? Like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. I had so much fun doing this. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.